കാണാവോ?
കാണാം. തുടങ്ങിക്കോ.
ഓക്കെ, തുടങ്ങട്ടെ മിസ്.
തുടങ്ങിക്കോ.
ഓഡിബിൾ
ആണ് തുടങ്ങി.
ഓക്കെ. Okay. Hi, my dear students. How are you? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Hope all of you are keeping fine. So today we are going to discussing a small poem named Taj Mahal, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Taj Mahal, written by Rabindranath Tagore. So I think all of you are familiar with Rabindranath Tagore, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. He is a well-known Indian writer and also Bengali writer who has written our national anthem, and also he is well-known for his work Geetanjali, and also he got Nobel Prize for his work Geetanjali. So now we can move to our poem. So all of you take the textbook, page number 36. Okay, shall we start?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so before going to this poem, this Taj Mahal, this poem is taken from Rabindranath Tagore's a most important poem, Shah Jahan. So first of all, I will read these lines, and after that I will explain. So please listen carefully, okay? Taj Mahal. You know, Emperor of India Shah Jahan, that life, youth, wealth, renown, all float away down the stream of time. I will read once more. You know, Emperor of India Shah Jahan, that life, youth, wealth, renown, all float away down the stream of time. Here, the poet Rabindranath Tagore addressing the Emperor of India Shah Jahan. The life, youth, wealth, renown. These are the representations of worldly pleasure. What is renown means? It's fame. So, life, wealth, youth, renown. All these are the representation of worldly pleasure. These all will float down the stream of time. Next line. Your only dream was to preserve forever your heart's pain. The harsh thunder of imperial power would fade into the sleep like a sunset crimson splendor. So, here the poet is trying to say that your only dream. Whose dream? Shah Jahan's dream. The Shah Jahan's dream was to preserve his heart's pain. What may be the pain of his heart? Can anyone guess?
Death of his wife.
Yes, correct. Very good. Death of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. So, his main dream was to preserve forever his heart's pain. The harsh thunder of imperial power would fade into sleep like a sunset crimson splendor. The harsh thunder of imperial power. That means the harsh sound of imperial power, the royal power, that will fade into sleep, that will gradually disappear like a sunset crimson splendor. Sunset crimson splendor. Have you ever seen sunset?
Yes.
It's very beautiful. When sunset time, the skies become in dark red color. So here the crimson indicating that dark red color of the sky. So here the harsh thunder imperial power would fade into sleep. That would gradually disappear like sunset crimson splendor. The sunset will disappear after some time. It's not a permanent thing. So, like sunset, crimson splendor, all this imperial power or all this royal power will disappear. So, here the poet is used a particular poetic device. What is it? like a sunset crimson splendor. So, simile is used here as a poetic device. What do you mean by simile? Simile is the comparison between two things by using like or as. So, here simile is used in this line. Okay, next line. But it was your hope that at least a single eternally heaved sigh would stay to grieve the sky. But it was your hope that at least a single eternally heaved sigh would stay to grieve the sky. That is the hope of Shah Jahan, and at least an eternally heaved sigh. What is the eternally heaved sky? It's an everlasting deep breath with a sound that is represented as eternally heaved sigh that will stay to grieve the sky. To grieve means to make sad. So here the poet says that the main hope of Shah Jahan is his sadness is even making the sky also be sad. Okay, came to next lines. So emeralds, rubies, pearls are all but as the glitter of a rainbow trickling out empty air. So emeralds, rubies, pearls are all but as the glitter of a rainbow trickling out empty air. Emeralds, rubies, pearls. Are you familiar with this? Pearls, the precious stones. These are the precious stones. So this is also representing the worldly pleasure. It's not a permanent thing. It's temporary. All will fade away as glitter of a rainbow trickling out empty air. We have all noticed rainbows in sky, isn't it? So
Yes, miss.
it's not a permanent thing. When rainbow appear, after that sometime it will disappear. So as glitter of rainbow trickling out empty air, all these emeralds, rubies, pearls, all will fade away. So here poet says that the youth, wealth, renown and imperial power, then emeralds, these precious stones, all will fade away. But yet still one solitary tear would hang on the cheek of time in the form of white gleaming Taj Mahal. Even all these are fade away. One thing will exist there. What is that? The white gleaming Taj Mahal. It will still hang on the cheek of time. So the white gleaming Taj Mahal will exist forever. So even Shah Jahan died and Mumtaz died, the Taj Mahal will exist forever. So through this poem, the poet is indicating and poet giving a message that art never dies. That art is an eternal thing. Art is an everlasting thing. It will not die. So it's the main message that conveying through this poem. And also the Tagore speaks of the immortal creations of Taj Mahal and the timeless appeal of that great monument. So these are the main important message through this small poem, that art never dies. So I think all of you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can ask me doubts. So I think all of you have understood this class. So we can do some activities related in this poem in next class. So today, now I am winding up my class. Thank you.
Thank you, miss.
Thank you, Miss.
കഴിഞ്ഞോ തീർത്ഥ തീർത്ഥ
Miss.
ഓക്കെ